And so came an end to the plague, the fool, and the traitor. I got the city the cure, the city dealt the death blows. Not that I wouldn't have been happy to kill them, but I wasn't paid to. Unexpectedly, it was the fool, Fenthic, that was the keystone to this palace of tragedy. All those plague deaths broke his poor, pristine elven conscience. Like I told you before, elves don't handle death very well. And he would just be the first. A mission of vengeance, a further spiral of hatred was to come next. Oh, don't worry, there's still plenty of excitement of me shooting people in this part as well. So hello and welcome back to Chapter 2 of this story of Elsuan the Army. Where, yes, we are now in Chapter 2 of the campaign, so let us proceed and see what will happen on this hunt for the people behind the people of the eye, or whatever. Ah, Elsuan Doani, you have awoken at last. I feel privileged to finally meet you, the hero of Neverwinter, here before me. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. I must excuse me. I'm just so excited to meet you. Welcome to Port Last. I trust you had a safe journey from Neverwinter. My name is Lorana, and Lady Arabeth has given me the honor of greeting you upon your arrival. Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. Let me say just how much I look up to you. We've all heard of your heroic deeds you performed in Neverwinter and how you saved so many lives from the terrible plague. Oh, I am sure you can show your admiration many ways during this journey. I know that you must be anxious to speak with Lady Arabeth and begin your search for the cult. She is anxious to speak with you too. You can find Lady Arabeth and her associate, Erin Gant, in the next room, near the exit of the building. Please go and see her right away. I wish you well on your quest and to find the source of this horrible plague. I am sure that you'll succeed and prove a hero once again. Goodbye. You are a very strange person to greet me like that and then be like, oh, go here. Goodbye. Oh. Okay, just quickly reset the core recording because that didn't seem to go well when I opened the door.
Please listen. I have some very important information for you.
Okay, well, let's go and please listen to the important information.
It is good to see you here in Port Last, my friend. If we are to have any luck in tracking down this strange cult behind the plague, it will be with your aid, I am sure.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you again as well.
I do not know how much you have been told about Lord Nash's orders. I shall help you understand whatever I can, certainly.
I am a bit concerned about how you are holding up. I think there's something ominous in the air.
How I feel is unimportant next to the mission we have been given. Please allow me to explain what is required of us.
All right, let's get straight to the bloody details.
You know, of course, that Dester and Fenthic were associated with some manner of religious cult that was behind the Wailing Death in the city. We know so little about this cult, and it would be foolish in the extreme to suppose that simply because their activities in Neverwinter have been stopped, that they have been defeated.
Yes, there's still clearly people that need to die for this.
Lord Nasher commands that we track down the headquarters of this cult and discover their plans and stop them before another atrocity is committed.
Yes, end them, I imagine.
Erin Gend, Lord Nasher's spy master, is here in Port Last to help us do this, and has brought reports of many strange activities throughout the Northern Lands.
All right.
It is possible that agents of the cult may be behind some of these activities. If so, we may be able to find them and discover where their base is located. Your aid in this will prove invaluable.
You want to find this cult badly, don't you?
Did you not feel the same? I remained passive while my love was executed. and this wretched cult remains invisible and impervious to my wrath. I wish, with such fervor that it frightens me, to see those allies of Desta pay, to see Tyr visit them with terrible justice.
Ah, I see now. Yes, a bit of vengeance will be sure to do you some good, surely.
I am a paladin of Tyr, sworn to uphold good and justice, yet somehow I cannot condemn Fenthic in my heart. He meant only to do what he saw was his duty, I am sure of it.
Okay, so now we have actual choice on how to respond to this. I don't think we're convinced that Fenthic was at all involved. He was more a fool, as we stated before in this introduction. He was a fool to follow his duty, but he didn't follow his duty so blindly. That's kind of the whole problem. He was kind of fooled in by Desta. I think this might actually be the bit. Even a paladin has a heart, Arabeth. I know a shot for it. You can't be an avatar of justice all the time.
But as a paladin, I am supposed to hold myself above such earthly concerns. I am supposed to know my path and be sure of it, just as Fenthic did, or thought he did. But I should not be distracting you from your task. My own problems are unimportant and of no interest to you, I am sure. Please forgive me.
No, go on. Please tell me what you were going to say.
It is just that Fenthic's fate could have been mine, or yours, or anyone's.
Oh, not mine.
How do you know that the path you walk is the correct one?
Because I get paid for it, and I do not care if it's the correct one.
I have never questioned my faith or my duty before, but neither did Fenthic. I feel doubt, and I am ashamed to admit it.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Perhaps I am merely wallowing in my sorrow. Perhaps I know my path better than I think I do, but I am no longer sure. Is it wrong for me to think such thoughts?
It's never wrong to question. What is important are your answers.
Yet I have no answers, only more questions. Thank you for allowing me to unburden my heart, but perhaps it is best if I put these thoughts out of my head for now.
A pleasure to be a comfort.
The safety of Neverwinter relies on your mission, and my duty regarding that is more than clear. Let us speak of that instead.
I have some questions about our mission then.
Of course. Ask what you will of me.
Why are we not searching more in Neverwinter itself?
The search does continue within the city. Indeed, Lord Nasher is having Neverwinter scoured thoroughly for more traces of the cult. It is his feeling, however, that the true force of the cult lies outside of Neverwinter, and that it is your efforts here that will prove the most valuable.
They did seem to operate from outside of the city, yes, that is true. Because the whole Helm's Hold debacle. Just what do we know about this cult?
Desta appears to have been their link in Neverwinter, as you discovered. But of the cult itself, we have been able to ascertain little. Erin is positive that its true heart lies outside of Neverwinter, and that it has yet to show us the extent of its strength. The task ahead of us will no doubt be most dangerous, but that makes it all the more necessary that we do not remain ignorant of what this cult is and what it intends.
And how do you propose I look for this cult,
Erin has several ideas on places where the cult may be hidden. Currently, he is working on finding a way into the city of Luskan. Its gates have been sealed since the plague in Neverwinter began. I suggest you talk to Erin about where these places might be. Search for any clues about the rise of ancient cults or odd activities. Once a way into Luskan is found, you can search there as well. If we are fortunate, you will perhaps encounter some part of the cult and gain information as to who they are and where they are based.
And what should I do if I do discover something?
Any information you discover should be brought to Erin and myself. Once we know more about the cult, Lord Nasher can decide what to do next.
And what are you and Aaron going to be doing while I search?
I am here to see that Lord Nasher's commands are carried out, while Eren continues to use his network of spies to gain more information beyond Neverwinter's walls. Admittedly, my own role seems sparse. Part of me thinks that my Lord Nasher simply wishes someone he trusts in this role, while another believes he does not wish to be reminded of Fenthic or my pain.
Or he wants to give you an outlet of establishing your own bloody vengeance somehow.
Regardless, we will do all that we can to help you. Do not think your efforts go unrecognized.
Alright, something else I want to ask.
Certainly.
Do you have any advice for me?
I would suggest you speak to Eren Gend and find out where to focus your efforts in finding evidence of the cult.
Alright, very go. So, that's Eren Gend, okay.
Hail, friend. You were instrumental in ridding Neverwinter of the wailing death, I understand.
He does have a nice
Allow me
theme
to
song.
Congratulate you on a job well done. You have shown yourself to be possessed of remarkable courage and resourcefulness. That is fortuitous, for both these qualities will be needed if you are to complete your mission. But that is not how we should begin. I am known as Aaron Gend, and I have served our Lord Nasher for some time. Hopefully, I may be of similar use to you now.
Pleased to meet you, I'm Elsuan.
Indeed. I know who you are. There are many who whisper your name right now, and it is my business to listen to them all.
Well, I would hope they would be singing my name, but, well, so it'll be.
My place lies in the shadows. I have many eyes and ears throughout the northern lands. And it is my place to inform Lord Nasher where the Vipers lay in wait. If only I had foreseen the actions of this cult, I could have prevented the disaster. But these men move skillfully out of my sight and hearing. Instead of recriminating myself for my failure, I must do what I can to repair the damage. And that is to offer what information I have to you, so that you may find where this new nest of vipers hides.
I do feel Aaron Gent's model looks a bit odd. I wonder if there's a better model for him out there in the mod world. We'll see.
Erebeth has informed you of where you must search, yes? She has
Not
told you
really.
of how you may root out these fiends?
No, she said you would explain the details.
Unearthing the cult will not be a simple task. What few whispers I have collected, however, have allowed me to narrow your search to this region. It is vital that the cult's exact location be found, and that we are certain any leads we discover are not attempts at deception. Erebeth will not be satisfied until we find at least 2 separate leads that point to the same locale. That is your task.
Alright, 2 leads.
I do know of one possible lead for you. There has been strange news regarding a series of caves that lie north of Port Last. Investigation may reveal the cult to be hidden there.
Hidden in caves. That doesn't sound like this cult, but fine.
If not, there are other avenues for you to investigate. The city of Luskan to the north, Neverwinter Wood to the east, and the wildlands of the South Road.
Alright.
I suggest, however, that looking into the caves first would still be your wisest choice.
Tell me then about these caves.
The caves are in the hills to the north of Port Last, near the Green Griffin Inn. They have long been used by humanoid tribes of orcs, bugbears, and the like. They aren't usually a concern.
Yes, I would think so, and they are... Orcs and bugbears usually aren't the sneaky, disease-spreading cultist type, are they?
In recent months, however, I have received word that these
They are
various
good to kill,
humanoid
though.
creatures have been raiding the roads south of Luskan.
Ah, that's not really unusual. But a good reason to kill them.
This would not be unusual,
Indeed.
except that the creatures now seem very organized and, I hear, are being led by humans.
Well, actually, that's not that unusual either, but still good reasons to kill.
This leads me to believe the cult may be involved. That will be for you to determine. Just keep this in mind. No matter what you find there, Erebeth will wish 2 firm leads on the cult's location before she will act. We cannot afford a mistake. Have you a question for me then, my friend?
I want to know about the other places I should search.
As you wish. I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
Tell me about these wildlands of the South Road, you so romantically put it.
The road leads eventually home to Neverwinter. But before that lay many miles of wildlands, as well as the village of Charwood. The cult could hide in many places there.
And why do you think the cult might be there, then?
I have no reports from this area. None. This disturbs me perhaps more than it should, as the cult could exist openly here, and I would not even know. I offer the South Road as a possibility mostly out of speculation, my friend. I simply would not wish to leave it out entirely, just in case my suspicions have good reason.
And what do you know, then, about this place, besides not hearing anything?
Very little.
Oh,
There has
great.
been little news from the village of Charwood for many years, I understand. It may have been deserted for all I can tell. Ruins will be common, and it is said that other, stranger creatures may have made these wildlands their home. A powerful wizard is even said to have taken residence.
And how do I get to the South Roads? Probably head to the south?
The Southern Road is not so much a place you go to, my friend, as it is a route you take. It will lead you eventually to Neverwinter, but it is the region itself that concerns me.
Alright, about the other places, then.
As you wish. I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
Alright, why did you mention the Neverwinter Woods?
One of the deepest and most ancient woods of the north, my friend. It is filled with life both beautiful and dangerous, and is tended to by the Order of Druids.
And why, if this is a nice druidy forest, would the cultists be there?
The Archdruid Awil has sent several letters to Lord Nasher as of late, begging for aid against some unknown force that assails the wood.
Ah, well, that does sound suspicious.
Lord Nasher would have provided the help the Archdruid required, but could not, due to the chaos within the city. Neverwinter must come first. Awil has sent no more messages in recent days, and it is possible that the Druids exist no more.
Well, isn't that
The
brutal?
exact danger that was being faced was not explained. This cult may not even be involved. It may, however, so this may be an excellent avenue for you to search. Whatever has occurred, my friend, expect the worst.
What should I know about the place, besides being a big wood with druids?
Like Neverwinter, the forest is warmed by the magically heated waters of the river that runs through it. It is a grand and beautiful place, I am told. Few journey through its boundaries, however, as it is said that the wood has a life of its own, and is unwelcoming to outsiders. The druids of the wood, watched over by the Archdruid Awil, are aware of all that passes within their charge. It is my hope that they can provide you aid.
Would they know of the cult then, if ever they knew of everyone that passes through the woods? Oh dear, I think this is overblowing mythologizing again. How do I get to the Neverwinter Woods?
Follow the road east of Port Last. The lands are wild and sparsely populated there. And when you reach the boundaries of the Great Forest, you will know.
Alright, other places then.
As you wish.
You
I will
spoke-
certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
You spoke of Luskan.
Aye, a city of pirates and base villainy. The city itself will be closed to you now, but it will be worth your while to go in that direction anyway. You should seek out the humanoid caves by the Green Griffin.
Okay, so why is Luskan closed as well? Do they have the plague?
Their gates have been sealed ever since the plague began in Neverwinter, I'm afraid. The city is quite anarchic. An outbreak there would be devastating indeed.
Yes, that does sound very coincidental.
I have been attempting to pull what strings I can to convince officials in Luskan that the plague is over, but I am having little luck so far. Before the gates closed, there were rumors of battles in the streets in Luskan. Who knows what transpires there? With luck, I will soon arrange you a way inside to investigate.
What do you know then about the city?
It is known as the City of Sails. home to pirates and far worse ilk, and ruled by 5 high captains who maintain an uneasy balance of power.
As if we didn't have enough pirates back in Neverwinter in the docks. A whole city of them. Well, that's at least adventurous and a lot of things to shoot. Maybe I can use those smuggler coins after all.
True power, however, lies in the hands of the mages of the Arcane Brotherhood within the Host Tower. Even I know little of these men.
I don't like mages in Arcane High Brotherhood Towers, whatever.
The city is powerful, anarchic, and dangerous. Luskan has challenged the Lord's Alliance more than once. Be careful when you walk its streets, for many within see strangers as easy prey.
Did we ask why Luskan's
Their
closed?
gates have been...
Yeah, we
I have
already
been
did.
attacked. Before the gates closed, there were rumors of battles in the streets in Luskan. Who
Why do you
knows
think
what
the cults
transpires
might be
there?
in Luskan?
Evil men are common as coins in Luskan, my friend. This cult could walk the streets unnoticed and find many allies who would heed gold above all else. The fact that
Yeah,
the city
makes
remains
sense.
sealed even now that the plague has ended, and so little word escapes its walls, has me worried of what events transpire there. Additionally, I have been troubled by reports of humanoid banditry taking place on the road between Neverwinter and Luskan. This is unusual, and while it may simply be caused by Luskan's ignorance, it should be investigated.
How do I reach Luskan?
The road north will lead you along the coast and directly to the city's gates. As I said, getting into the city will be more of a problem than reaching it. I will attempt to remedy that as soon as possible.
Few more questions.
I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
What about this place then, Miss Port Last?
There are locals who could tell you more of this town, my friend. My knowledge of it is limited.
Some spy master you are. Don't even know where we are, apparently. Do you think the cult might have activity here?
I did my best to investigate Port Last before we made our base here, my friend. But what you suggest is not impossible. There may have been things ongoing in this place which escaped my notice. An investigation on your part is not without merit.
Would it be possible to hire some help?
Perhaps.
I see some
I am
familiar
told there
faces
is a
already.
barracks for mercenaries within the settlement. If you desire to hire assistance, inquire there.
Yeah, or, you know, these guys that I already met and are right here. Dear flippin' dear. Other
As you
places
wish.
then.
I will
Other
certainly
questions?
tell you all I... Have you a question for me then, my friend?
I want to talk about a few other things.
Aye. What would you have of me?
How did you become spy master for Lord Nasher if you don't even know where we are?
That is a curious question, my friend. Nor does it have a simple answer if the truth be known, and is not a tale that I care to often tell.
Well, I'd like to hear it. I love tales.
As you wish, my friend. Though I'll not be held responsible should you nod off during the telling of it.
Let me see.
I'm an elf. I
Perhaps
do
it
not
is
nod
best
off.
if I ask you a question first. You are a person possessed of wondrous magics, are you not?
I have, you know, to dabble in the bardic arts.
How is it that you came into your calling? Was it an accident? Was it born purely of talent? Do you believe you were fated to be what you are?
I suppose it was fate with the whole ball spawn mess.
Fate is an odd thing, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Crystal clear when behind you, yet evasive and unknowable when before you. I myself started life as a slave in the southern deserts of Kalimshan. Never would I have foreseen that I might become who I am today. I knew of the lush and wild jungles of my homeland, Chunt, only through the bedtime tales of my mother. I have never laid eyes upon its shore.
That's very disrespectful for the Elsuan to be yawning. Oh well.
My mother was owned by a most vicious and cruel caliph. As a slave child, one learns to stay out of sight and to move silently, lest one be beaten. Moreover, I learned to listen. I listened to the chatter of the servants, the bored talk of the guards. For many, many years, I was the shadow in the caliph's halls.
For all my hiding, however, I proved of no use to anyone but myself. I could not save my mother when the Caliph beat her to death for spilling a tankard of his mead, for instance.
You really should chat with Tommy over there. He has quite the experiences in Callanport, I believe. I trust you taught that person a lesson, that Caliph.
Aye, though in truth it was I who learned the lesson. I blamed myself for not warning my mother, for not stopping the Caliph's blow. In grief and anger, I stabbed and killed the Caliph,
Good.
and was subsequently chased into the streets of Callanport.
Good, he deserved it.
I am not proud of what I did. It is very easy to say that the man deserved it. Deserved it more than my mother did, at the very least. Who am I to say that this is so, however? I was no righteous judge that day. I acted out of retribution and became a wanted murderer in truth. There is no denying that.
There's no problem with that. In my opinion, death dealing like that solves a lot of problems and honestly makes the world a clearer, better place.
I fled into the shadows of the city, and was not alone there. I found many who I will call allies and not friends, for we acted in unison only to survive.
Did you meet Tommy?
The law pursued me, so always I remained hidden and listened as I once had. The fact that I was a thief to remain alive did not help. And eventually, even the shadows of the city were no longer safe for me. I sought passage out of the city, and eventually a captain took pity on me and gave me a position aboard his ship. Perhaps you have heard of Randall the Red?
No.
No? Randall the Red once held quite the reputation as a bloodthirsty pirate of the Sword Coast. I was a member of his crew, though not a pirate as you think of it.
Well, I have pretty much only shot pirates in my time. I've never been out on the seas.
I was not fond of drink as the other sailors were, and instead spent my time at each port making new contacts and listening. Over the years, Randall grew to depend on my skill. He gave me gold to establish informants throughout the coast, and I heard news the instant it happened. It was I who kept Randall safe and one step ahead of his pursuers, for always would I know before the chase was on us.
Sounds like a good living.
I was not truly a pirate. I was his master of spies, though I did not put a name to what I did. And while Randall was indeed a pirate, he was an easy man to like. I was not fond of the looting and pillaging Randall indulged in, and did my best to subtly steer him away from the worst of it.
Oh, how nice of you.
Randall knew what I was doing, and permitted it only because I was otherwise invaluable to him. He cared not if I cringed and turned a cheek when the crew plied the worst of their bloody trade. As the years passed, I came into a certain amount of my own fame along the Sword Coast. My life was my life, and I was satisfied with it, and discharged my duty as best I knew. It was not until I encountered Lord Nasher that my life would change forever. That, however, is another tale. Ask me of it sometime, my friend.
Oh, I certainly will. Thank you for telling me.
And thank you for listening. As I said, it is not a tale I tell often.
That sounds like an exciting life.
Back to more important matters. Is there something you needed?
What's the situation then in Neverwinter?
Grim. Lord Nasher reports that many of our armed forces have perished from the plague, and even more are needed to restore order to the city. The worst is perhaps over now that the plague is cured, but still we reel from a crippling blow. It will be some time before things return to what they were.
And what will you be doing while I'm searching for this cult?
I still serve as Lord Nasher's master of spies, my friend, and his need for proper information is more vital now than even before. My ear must remain to the ground, even if my efforts must be coordinated from here rather than deeper in the shadows. I shall continue to seek word on the cult that might aid your quest, though I have my doubts in that. You will have far more success than I think.
Yes, because I will actually be doing things. I'll be going.
I shall hope that the gods keep you safe, my friend.
Okay, now, chest. As you see, yes, as I already noted, there's like a bunch of NPCs around here as well. We can probably indeed hire once again in this chapter to be our henchmen, so we will be doing that. But probably in the next episode we'll do that. Let's quickly pick up some things here. And I'll probably end up selling some things in... Where? No, don't talk with Bobby. Bobby, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Kendrak, he is the storekeeper for this area. At least for now. Barracks, I don't know who that is. But let's
I am
have one more
pleased to see
word
that
with...
you remain safe, my friend. Lord Nasher tells me he is confident of your success, though I do worry at the danger in which you place yourself.
Oh, don't worry. I am the danger, if I like to be cool.
Have you yet discovered any new information on the cult?
You look tired. Have you been sleeping?
Why do you ask me that? The spy master put you up to this, didn't he?
Also, she is an elf. She shouldn't be sleeping. She just goes into revelry. That's different. That's a meditative stance. No, he didn't actually.
I see. I suppose my state is obvious enough. Erin is far more concerned than is warranted, however. Certainly a few bad dreams are not a reason to become alarmed. The servants claim I speak in my sleep and say frightening things. They creep about me cautiously, like I have gone mad. And Erin pays their superstitious twitterings far more heed than he should.
I wonder if she's just a half-elf that looks sort of more elven. Because else the bad dreams and sleeping make no sense.
After all that has happened with the plague and Fenthig, I think a disturbing dream or two is not so surprising, wouldn't you agree?
And these dreams are disturbing enough to keep you from your sleep? Which you don't have
Now
because you're
you
an elf.
too? Has the world gone mad, or is it me? These dreams are disturbing and frightening, but they shall pass. They are my burden to bear and no one else's.
Why don't you tell me more about these dreams? Maybe it'll help.
Perhaps you are right. Having the perspective of another on these dreams may not be a bad idea. I am falling in the dream.
Classic dreamy
Always
thing.
Falling, surrounded by a heavy blackness which chokes and drowns me. Grasping hands reach out to me, and the voices, a cacophony of whispers that plead to me for help. And then I see a shrouded figure. It is Fenthig. He is walking away from me, and I run to catch him, but always he eludes me in the darkness.
Well, isn't that sad and dark?
The voices get so much louder. They are accusing me, blaming me, and I feel ashamed, though I do not know what I am being blamed for. I cry out for help, for them to stop their assault, but I go unheeded.
Yeah, she's not well.
And then I catch up to the figure, and I see that it is not Fenthig. He turns and gazes at me with sad eyes, and I know it is Tyr. And then my god turns his back on me.
Well, that's what gods do.
These are my dreams. Perhaps now you can understand why I have not wished to discuss them. I am frightened of what they may mean.
It's only fears and worries dredged up by your mind, Erebeth.
That's kind of you to say. I am glad I told you at least. It makes the dream seem a bit smaller now. I do feel better for it, thank you. I am reminded a little of how I was introduced to the Paladin life. You should ask me to tell you the tale sometime.
Oh, I will.
Until then, however, let's return to the subject of your task. That is something we can focus on at least.
Yes, well, I'll be going
Go
on
with
that
Tyr's
now.
blessing then, and be safe.
Okay, one thing I just want to quickly go through is maybe... Yeah, so we'll save which one of the companions will take along first for this. Once again, probably going through a few of them to get their little story out.
Hello there!
Hello, Elsuan Diarni, hero of Neverwinter. I am Barax, formerly a soldier of Neverwinter. Now I intend to hunt down the bastard who did this to us. Hunt down who?
The cult, of course! This mysterious organization that unleashes the plague on Neverwinter and killed so many innocent people. A hero like you, just what we need to find them.
Oh yes, I'm quite a hero. I'll do my best.
I am sure that will be more than enough. A lot of innocent people were killed, and this cult owes us a debt that can only be repaid in blood. Give them hell for all of us, Elsuan.
Great. And I believe this man is our local shopkeeper. I steal stuff.
Hey, I suppose you're here to sign.
Oh, and he's a drunk.
I've no time for a new apprentice, however, so off you go.
I would like to stand on the right side of the desk, please. That's only proper. Thank you. Sign up for what? For a bloody mercenary guild, of course. Isn't it why you've come? Unless you're not here for training. Wait, now that I've placed you, you're one of the folk that came in with Lady Erebeth, aren't you? From Neverwinter. My apologies, lad. We get so many strangers coming through this town these days. After all, something I can do for you. What kind of guild is this then? Oh, this is a mercenary guild. Here are trained fighters to own their skills, and we see about hiring them out. Can you train me? In such a short time, it wouldn't benefit you, little lad. And besides, I already said the guild is full. Can I hire some mercenaries then? Aye, if you wish. You would need to speak to them yourself, however. They decide if they themselves set the prices and all that, after all. Okay, do you sell any weapons or armor? Are you anything useful besides being drunk and stinking up the place? Nay, if you wish that, you can go and speak with Halja on the cracked anvil. He would have all you need, I'm sure you. Alright, then I'll be going then, you worthless drunken sod. I wish you the best of luck in your quest, lad. Okay, well, the next time we'll be speaking with some mercenaries, hire one, and head out towards buying something from selling stuff. So, until raise that scroll, nice. Till the next episode, bye bye.